My name is NonStopAntonio, and it is time to talk about the disappointment The Flash has become in the last 3 episodes, especially with episode 8, which I totally thought was going to be a bottle episode, but in the end, it wasn't just a bottle episode. Like, they had one scene that did take place in one place, however, they still had other stuff going on, which in the end made it not a bottle episode. But in this video, let's talk about the problems and also talk about probably one of the best things coming, and that is Stephen Amell returning to The Flash in next episode for episode 9. That's probably the highlight that I'm looking forward to this season, is seeing Wally West, Diggle, and Oliver Queen all return. So with that, let's jump into my episode 8 breakdown and episode 9 trailer breakdown for The Flash season 9. Welcome to NonStopAntonio, where I talk about everything nerdy. I love Marvel, DC, and anime, and if you do too, I hope you enjoy this video. So like I said, this is another episode that's just filler. Not much happened, nothing plot integral happened. It's pretty much just showing Barry being a good father and worrying about his kid. That's literally it, and it's the most annoying thing ever. I love seeing Barry being a concerned parent. However, it just feels like they're not doing anything with this season. What was the point of spending 3 episodes with filler? The first one didn't even have Barry in it. It was cool to see Becky Sharp again, but otherwise there wasn't really a point to the episode. Then episode 7 with Dreamer, it was cool to see Dreamer. I liked that. But then they wasted her character. Didn't even have a Flash team up. They just gave her a power upgrade, probably to never see her again. And now in this episode, like I said, I thought it was going to be a bottle episode, which even that I wasn't really looking forward to unless they did it really well. Nothing happened. We had Barry and Iris stuck with a bunch of inspectors, well, some of them were inspectors, in the speed lab. And first of all, these inspectors are so freaking dumb. Oh, why do you have a speed lab? I don't know. What else would a speed lab be? There is a super speed superhero in the city, but you're not gonna question it? I mean, Barry does reveal his identity to them later because they get stuck in time. And that all reverts back to normal, which is fine, but still, like, oh my god, I'm sitting there wondering, what am I watching? I thought this was supposed to be the final season of The Flash, something epic. And in 3 episodes, we barely have seen Barry be The Flash. He ran around a bit. That was it. He did nothing this episode. Why are we watching The Flash and not having The Flash do superhero stuff? That is what I cannot understand, and I am flabbergasted and pissed off watching this. Because I love Grant Gustin as The Flash, and I expect to see him be The Flash in the final season. Even with everything that's wrong with this episode, there were some good moments. Like in the beginning where Iris gives Barry a magazine for North American Health with Henry Allen on it, giving something to Barry that has his father on it, which was just a nice touching moment. And I think it's teasing that John Wesley Shipp will come back as Jay Garrick soon, and I'm looking forward to that. And this episode did introduce us to a new villain, Lady Kronos, which she was interesting. Again, she didn't do much. At the beginning of the episode, she tried to steal the time magnet, couldn't do it, went back in time, because the weapons vault is where the speed lab's supposed to be in the future. So she went to that point to travel back, so she would be in the time vault, and then traveled back so she could get away. And other than that, like, that was it. That was her whole character. In the comics, there's nothing much about her either. She was formerly Ryan Choi's girlfriend. Eventually, she hooked up with Kronos and became known as Lady Kronos. That's pretty much literally all I've got for her. And at least she did look similar to the comics. We also just got a fun flashback to see all the bad shit that's happened in S.T.A.R Labs, which I think was a cool little moment. But otherwise, not much happened in this episode. They focused on Allegra and Chester caring about each other. Allegra worrying about the people she loves leaving her, which I feel like the Allegra and Chester stuff is so unnecessary. I don't mind their characters, but I feel like this whole force watching them fall in love is just something we don't really need. Sorry, but we don't need it. I'm so tired of all these love stories that just get thrown into episodes to add more drama. And they are teasing that Allegra might be known to the public as a superhero. And I'm curious to see what happens, because if people find out Allegra is a superhero, won't they put 2 and 2 together? Because Allegra is with Iris and with Barry, and lives with Iris's stepmom, Cecile. So is no one gonna put this together that they may know superheroes and that Barry and the Flash are one and the same? I don't know. I'm honestly so tired of these filler episodes. And I know the next episode is technically another filler. I don't think it leads into the final plot, but it has Bloodwork, Wally West, Diggle, and Oliver Queen coming back. So regardless if it's a filler, it's going to be one freaking good episode, because we got the GOAT back, we got Wally West back, who we haven't seen in a while, and so much other stuff is going on. which I don't even know what's gonna happen in this, but we are seeing Diggle, Oliver Queen, and Wally. That's what I'm most excited for. So let's talk about that trailer, because that is literally the best thing to come out of today's episode. And in this trailer, we see it's Barry's birthday, and Diggle has come to him and gives him Oliver's bow and says he would have wanted you to have this. And I like that they put this in, and that it's Diggle and him having a good moment about their friend who died saving the world. And it's just such a touching moment until everyone gets passed out because they shouldn't be drinking something. And I'm assuming Bloodwork put his blood in them so he could control everyone. And all of Team Flash, I think, gets infected. And so does Wally. And it's going to be a Barry versus Wally moment, which I think is going to be pretty freaking cool. Having the two speedsters fight while one's under control. Kind of like how when Barry was under Bloodwork's control when we first met him. And I'm assuming this is also the Spectre Oliver Queen, because I'm thinking that Barry gets controlled by Bloodwork, passes out, and then Oliver steps in to help him by saying, what did you get yourself into now? And the Lian-Yu is kind of like the space where Spectre Oliver Queen stays. And I think it's going to be interesting because they also tell him about the new multiverse, so they're going to learn about the new multiverse this episode. And I'm guessing that the Spectre can't use all his powers, so he's going to come to Barry and put on the Green Arrow suit again and being Green Arrow once again to help fight, which I'm really looking forward to. We're finally seeing all these characters together once again. We're getting the mention of the new multiverse, and it's going to introduce a lot of cool concepts to the show. Even though it's ending, they're still going to finally find out about the multiverse, which also could be a chance for them returning, hopefully just Grant Gustin and a couple other characters in the future for the new DCU. What did you think of this episode? Honestly, what are you thinking of the last 3 filler episodes, and are you looking forward to seeing Oliver Queen once again? I hope you enjoyed this video and my little rant. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. If you want to see more breakdowns, check out my Superman one and my DC Titans one that starts up next week. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you later.